If you're a Shopify seller looking to increase your online sales and get more customers this year, you need to listen up. Today, I'm breaking down 4 different stores in multiple niches to identify some of the expensive mistakes that they're making and point out some sales boosting opportunities that they can hop on right away. So no matter what you sell, you should definitely watch this entire video because I have different freebies, downloads, and playbooks and cheat sheets to help you avoid some of the mistakes that they're making and cash in for your own store. For those of you who are a little bit new here, I'm Mike Ayo, right? I created the Ayo Ecom channel. We have a pretty big following over on Facebook. We have about 10,000 people in our traffic and conversions group. I help sellers like you increase their online sales, right? With our own air freshener brand, we sell close to $400,000 in sales last year from Shopify alone, and another $400,000 on Amazon, right? Not just us, I've also worked with, aside from the 10,000 people in our group, dozens of different other sellers in multiple niches, helping them scale their stores to 10K, 100K, 20K, $150,000 months. I'm showing you this not to brag, but so you know, I know just a little bit about what I'm talking about here. And my goal is to help you grow and enjoy the success that you deserve. So if that sounds good, make sure you drop a like on this stream. It does help more people see it, right? And let's go ahead and dive on in. So the first store that we're gonna be looking at is called printbgifts.com, right? So we always start with our 5-second test, right? As soon as I arrive on your store, there's a couple things you gotta answer for me. Am I in the right place? What do you sell? What should I do next? Now, am I in the right place? Well, imagery wise, depending on what I saw before I got here, I have some imagery that reflects what I'm carrying. Okay, so I'm probably in the right place. Now, what do you sell? Well, I can't really see your navigation here, but here I do see some messaging. Express what you love with unique and personalized gifts. And then what should I do next? Shop all products. So we're barely passing the 5-second test. All right, one, we definitely would want to see our store aisles, our navigation. You want to see this front and center. On mobile, you can get away with a drop down like this, but on desktop, you want people to clearly see in your navigation exactly what you sell so they can get to the appropriate store aisle as quickly as possible. So you always want to address that. Now, as far as to what should I do next, this button kind of blends in. It's pretty easy to scroll past it down here. It blends in with the background. So we're going to give you a pass on the 5-second test, but there's definitely some room for growth here. Now, the other thing that really jumps out to me is I've been on your store for a few seconds now, right? I've tried to leave and I have yet to see any sort of a lead generation offer appear. Now, you guys, look, no matter what you sell, 97% or more of people will not buy from you on the first visit, period. And that's if you're doing all the things right. If you're not, numbers even lower. And the best way to give yourself more chances to close more sales and get more business is to capture leads from your traffic. You need to make offers, and we need to be capturing email and phone number from any eyeball that comes here. I'd imagine I paid to drive an eyeball here, or maybe you busted, you broke your back trying to get someone here from a social media post, and they kicked the tire a little bit and then they left, and you have nothing to show for it, not even a lead. So the number one thing that we need to do is get some lead generation on our store right away. We need to make a sexy offer, whether it's a discount, whether it's something free. We want to make a sexy offer, present it in a cool way, and make sure that we're capturing a phone number and an email. That way I can follow up with you. That way, if you look at something and abandon your cart, well, you got to be on the list to get any sort of abandoned cart automation messaging. So we have to get leads, right? That's the number one thing where we're definitely leaving money on the table right now. Got to get some lead generation in place right away. Now, the other thing that really jumped out to me is we sell a lot of stuff, right? We're very kind of general, unique and personalized gifts. Now, the stores that really do well selling products like this, you need to have like some sort of a flagship offer, right? What is your main acquisition product? Is it a specific type of design? Like we have some different lanes here. There's holiday gifting, there's rainbow pride, there's flags. Like there's a lot of lanes that you could dip your feet into, but what you risk is spreading yourself too thin. And that's one thing that really jumps out to me. I see that we have all type of different designs. I see that we're all over all these different social media platforms and we're spread all over the place. But what is our main lane? What's our primary acquisition offer? What are we taking to get new people in the door? What could we advertise? When you try to do all the things, it's hard to be good at any one thing. And if you want to be able to break through and succeed online today, when it's more competitive than ever, you need to have a lane. Designs focused around this. Are we really leaning into the gifting? Because that's an opportunity, but we need to have a very clear lane that we can lean into. It doesn't mean it's the only thing you sell, but you do want to have something that is your main primary thing. You can put that front and center, and that is something that we can advertise, which brings me to the next area of opportunity that I see with your brand, right? And that is the lack of advertising. Now, I see that we have a presence on most of these social media platforms, which again, we might be spreading ourselves thin. You talk about, you, brother, sister, duo, Julie and Steve, so you guys are tag teaming it. When you want to really expand outside of, friends, family members, right? People that already know you, people that are local. Today, when you have so much AI and just slop in the feed, it's really hard to break through on social media without really generating a lot of emotion around something, or again, running ads to get in front of your ideal customer. So we're not running any sort of ads, which is really handicapping your growth because we're only talking to the same people, we're showing the same people all sorts of things. So we're not appealing to any one person. Does that make sense? Right? So one of the things that's gonna help, one is as we start to focus on, hey, what is our most profitable lane? What do people buy the most from you right now? And then focus on maybe a lane or an offer, then we can go and advertise that specific offer to more people. If we were lean into maybe the Rainbow Pride lane, well, you can target people like that on like a Facebook and an Instagram, right? Same thing with people with gifts when there's holidays coming up, Mother's Day is coming up, right? People with friends with birthdays coming up. You can target people that have these type of interests and desires, and then we can get in front of them with a sexy offer. And that is how you can actually grow and expand your operation. There's definitely some conversion things going on the store itself. And as we keep going through, I'll point out lots of different conversion breakdowns on some of these stores today. But in your case specifically, better offer, more clarity on your main lane that you're going to be focusing on. And we need to start to advertise to get in front of our ideal customers if we want to be able to grow and scale this brand beyond people doing business with us locally or already engaging with us on social media, and without us burning out trying to make content for Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X. Right? So one thing that will help you is I have an ad swipe file for you. I can tell you right now that you have a ton of customers that are on Facebook and Instagram. So for those of you watching this, you want to run ads on Facebook, Instagram, type ads in the chat and we'll get you our ads, my top ecom ad swipe file. That's packed with some of the top ecom ads that you can use for both Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Show you some of the top performers that you can roll out and use to get in front of your ideal customers, right? Take some of those ideas, customize them for yourself, roll out some ads, let's get in front of some people. So type ads in the chat and we'll go ahead and get you our ad swipe file 100% free. And yeah, ton of potential, but you gotta reach out and expand with a dedicated offer. Next up, we have divineradianceskin.com. So now we're looking at a skincare and hair care brand. Always start with our 5-second test. Boy, but before I can get to that, take a look at this, y'all. I do like the imagery that we're gonna get to in a second, but before we can even get to the good stuff, look what I gotta get through. So do I like that we have some lead generation? Absolutely. The last store didn't have any lead generation, but this is the other end of the extreme, and this is too much. So on my screen right now, okay, I have one offer here, right? And one would be okay. If we wanted to get even better results from an offer like this, one, you have to think like your consumer, put yourself in their shoes and understand why someone would give you their contact information, right? Why would someone give you their email, text? Let me know in the chat. Right? When you give someone your email or phone number, what do you think happens? What do you expect to happen after something like that? Gonna get blown up, right? You know you're gonna get emails, you know you're gonna get text messages. So if it's not worth it, you're not gonna do it. So when you have a pop-up like this, right, we're making an offer, that's good, but the mechanism, how we're making that offer is where the opportunity lies, right? So here I'm giving them 10% off, but you can see it's like buried in here. It's not easy to see because of the color scheme. Step into your glow, join the family. There's all these things that I'm lukewarm on doing, but will I take 10% off in order? Yeah, sure. Could that be a better discount to get me more excited? Absolutely. But at least it's something. But how do we make offers? Let me show you guys. Instead of wasting a bunch of real estate on a logo or step into our glow, which is cute but not really beneficial, how about we say get 10% off? Boom, that's what's in it for you. How do I get 10% off? Easy. Enter your email address below and join the Divine Radiance offer or Divine Radiance family. Bang. Here's what you get. Here's what you got to do to get it. Here's where you actually do it. And now I'm leading with what's in it for you, and I'm giving you a clear path to get it, right? And that's going to help you get more leads from your traffic. It's going to get more people seeing your follow-up messaging, more people seeing your abandoned cart, more people that you can follow up with your messaging, which is incredibly important with skin and hair care products, right? So just that change alone is going to help this lead gen offer be more effective. But here's the other problem. So let's say I do all that and I'll take your 10% off, fine. Bang. Oh, wait, well, here's another one. And this one's, wait, for a bigger discount? When someone arrives on your store and you immediately bombard them with like multiple pop-ups at once, that leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. Like this alone, this right here can destroy your conversion rate, because maybe I said no to 10% off. That offer was said, then boom, here, now you got another one offer. And it's like, well, I already just told you no. Now here's another pop-up. I might say no again. So now before you see or do anything or even reach your store, I've already told you no twice. So what type of a buying mood do you think I'm in after that? So how you make your offers, especially with lead gen, you have to do smoothly and delicately. Do not bombard people with multiple pop-ups. It is something you need to pay attention to. All right, so now that I'm finally here, okay, am I in the right place? What do you sell? What should I do next? Well, I can see what you sell: body care, hair care, face care. Okay, right? You don't need a home button because you have your home logo. That'll take you home, so you can save that real estate. Put the focus on things that you sell. Cool. Luxury skincare created with purpose, made for you. All right, I see a woman here, nice clear skin. Messaging wise, I think we're almost there. We probably have more messaging here than you need. In all reality, right? We keep saying divine radiance, divine radiance. They're already here. So instead, let's have this messaging focus on what's in it for them: luxury skincare made with a purpose. Or we could dedicate and have it focus where you're getting a little bit more specific: handcrafted skincare and herbal wellness for glowing, nourished skin. Don't try to cram all the messaging into here. Give me one clear message and then tell me what to do next. What should I do now? Major opportunity. If you're gonna have a banner, remember, online, it's not about imagery. It's not about someone looking at it and being, oh yes, cool, and just like mindlessly scrolling. They need to click and take action if you're gonna get them closer to your register. So if you've got a banner like this: handcrafted skincare and herbal wellness for glowing, nourished skin, cool. Shop bestsellers, shop skincare, shop, tell me something to do right now so I can maximize the amount of people taking action. 80% of people do not scroll past this screen, right? So it's important that within the first 5 seconds, without them scrolling, I can tell you what I sell, I can show you I'm in the right place, and then I can tell you what you should do next. That makes sense, y'all? Right? Don't waste real estate, don't waste attention, don't waste time. I do like the energy. Now, other thing you want to definitely keep in mind is our color scheme, right? There's a lot of black in here. It's making our call to action buttons like very difficult to see. Just the overall color scheme is something that, typos aren't a huge deal, but people notice them. But there's a lot of things in here that are going to hurt our trust. When people are shopping online with a new brand, trust is a big thing, and they're always looking for things that can kind of like, write you off. That's the difference between like a friend buying from you and a stranger buying from you. When you have like color schemes that are kind of like, off brand compared to like Amazon and Etsy, right? The major online stores that people shop with, a lot of dark colors. It's not really easy to see what I'm supposed to do. Like that is like, X's. So we had our offer X's or pop-up, excuse me. And here, color scheme, right? Some typos. I come to a product page. I don't see a lot of social proof. I don't see a return policy. I don't see clarity on shipping, right? I see up here free shipping when you spend 50, but then I see a whole bunch of other stuff it's just kind of drowning it out because it's a big jumble of text. So we've just stacked too many things up. We've just stacked too much risk, and you're gonna have a hard time getting someone that doesn't already know you to shop with you online when you have this many things working against you at the same time. So fairly easy to fix, right? Fairly easy to fix, but my goodness, it can absolutely sabotage you. And the crazy part is, I'm sure your stuff is good. I can see we have some nice lifestyle pictures. I can tell you probably put a lot of work into your packaging. The product itself, you probably have repeat customers from people that know you. I believe that you have some quality stuff here, but if you don't present it to strangers the right way, then nobody will buy it outside the people that are already willing to do business with you. And that's the last thing that we want. So major opportunities here, but we definitely got to clean this up. And then on your product page, you can't expect to sell something online, especially to a new person who doesn't know you, without covering your return policy and without covering shipping on your product pages. Your conversion rate is going to be in the tank. Quick fixes: return policy, and let's get our shipping policy on these product pages. Use a little bit more white space in our overall design to help keep it cleaner, easier to navigate, and make sure that our buttons are popping out against the background, right? Too much of the same color, everything looks the same, and no one's clicking and taking action. And if you're not getting people to take action, then you're not going to sell what you should be. Next up, we have kenziescrubs.com. Let's take a look, see. 5-second test. Well, am I in the right place? Well, I see people wearing nurse scrubs. I see, chances are I'm in the right spot. What do we carry? I can see up here you have your collections as a drop down. What should you do next? All right, we have a nice messaging, premium scrubs built for comfort, order now. Okay. Right, we're passing the 5-second test, but here's how to do an even better job with it. Now, one, when it comes to our navigation, you want to think of this as your store aisles. You want to get people shopping as quickly as possible, right? Time is money online. So instead of having us click a drop down, then be able to see what you carry, let's pluck some of our most important sets out so that way they can be showing in our navigation right away. Scrubs, boom. You can have a drop down for the scrubs, but let's move, lab coats, chef apparel, right? Natural uniforms, yoga, some of these kids, right? Let's pull these out and give them their own dedicated lane. That way, if I'm looking for any of these things that I know I want them, I can quickly click that store aisle, get into it, and get shopping right away. That's gonna help your navigation be more effective. Again, you don't need a home because clicking your logo is gonna take you home, so save that real estate. When it comes to this overall banner, right? Kenzie scrubs and more, uniform, premium scrubs. I like that messaging. Good job there. I like the imagery. Good job there. But think about what the logical next step for someone is from here. People aren't ready to order now because there's not something for them to order. What the next step that someone would really actually take would be either to shop now, shop bestsellers, or even learn more would be a better call to action here. They're saying order now, but that's not the next step a customer is going to take from this screen here. So if you want more people to click it, you have to say, okay, what's in it for me? Well, I don't know what I'm ordering, so I'm not ordering now. I'm not going to click a button like this, right? Instead, let's direct them to, say, our bestsellers, or at least get them to a scrub collection. So shop scrubs, shop bestsellers. That makes more sense. That is something that more people will want to do, so more people will click it. Does that make sense? Right? You give them an action that they want to do, more people are going to take it. Now, as we scroll down, I do like that we have some lifestyle imagery. We're getting our scrubs on people, and whether it's real models or whether we're using the POD models, that sort of a thing. Right? Just showcasing people wearing our stuff is always a good thing. One thing that can hurt you, let's make sure we're using HD imagery. Right? These images are pretty blurry here. That can definitely be a knockoff. And also just be very careful with your color schemes. Right? There's a lot of important messaging, but it's on like a black background with neon green lettering, and that can hurt your user experience score. Right? User experience is the experience of an average user, and if you have a low user experience, that can hurt you with SEO, right? That can hurt you with your social media advertising because the traffic they send through, they're worried will have less engagement, and that can help you with AI search because AI is looking at how valuable a resource is to the people. It's looking at social signals and SEO. So all these things can hurt you. So instead, you want to make things as easy to read as possible. If you're going to use like the black and green, and that's kind of like on brand, save that for like banners, or save that for splashes versus trying to put important information and text that you want people to actually read. You don't want to put that on a black background, right? It's harder to read, less consumption, right? Or even a section like this where it's like very bright green, black lettering, a pink button. Just our color scheme is going to throw things off. It's going to make people trust you less. So instead, let's go with more white colors and then use like the black and green as accent colors and in our banners to help things pop out. That's definitely going to help us. Let's take a look at a product page. With our product pages, right, definitely some things that we want to clean up. Right here it says shipping calculator checkout. You talk about the free, do you talk about free shipping anywhere? So when you're trying to get someone to make a purchase from you, right, your product pages are your virtual sales guys. It's super important that they do the job of selling the dream and overcoming objections and getting people to take the logical next step. So right here, looks like we may have used like the Shopify AI to help us with the messaging. That's a lot of text here, and people don't read online, they scan. Especially in mobile. Look at this on mobile. Look at this, like it's like a sea of text, right? Look at all that. How many people are gonna read that? Big block of text. Make sure our text is scannable. And that's one of the risks of using AI to write all your stuff. If you don't train it right, it's gonna give you big, ugly blocks of text that people won't read. That's not helping us. If people aren't reading it, it's not selling the dream. Make sure your text is scannable. Make sure it's short, punchy, and really selling the dream. The other thing is, again, when risk. Think about why people shop on Amazon. Think about why people shop on Etsy, right? People shop in these places because they trust them. They trust the vendors. They're not worried about your return policy, your shipping, because they know Etsy will take care of them. They know Amazon will get it to them quickly. When people are shopping with you, they don't have that same reassurance. So your job on the product page is to answer their objections and address their concerns up front. So if you want your product page to do your job, you need to cover how does your return policy work. Don't put all the risk on the customer. You need to cover how your shipping policy works because they're gonna want to know. Don't surprise me at checkout. That, ladies and gentlemen, is cart abandonment. Oh, I don't feel like paying $8.99 for shipping. shipping, whatever. Don't surprise them, right? Be very clear what they got to spend to get free shipping. Be very clear on what they'll spend if they don't. That's going to get more people across the finish line. Product pages, definitely an opportunity. We're speaking to a clear customer cohort that you can extract a lot from. And the other thing is when you have a lane like this, right? When you have a clear niche, it's important that, like I mentioned with the other brand, we don't just try to rely on posting on social media. That's not gonna get you in front of people the way that you need to grow right now when it's so competitive. So the good news is, again, because you are speaking to a clear lane, you can get in front of, you can run ads on Facebook, you can run ads on Instagram, you can run ads on TikTok. And then in those ads, the type of creators that'll really pop out will just be people moving around in this stuff, moving around in scrubs, moving around. And then you can give them some messaging on, hey, why the scrubs, why these are different, why they fit different, or even like what specific type of person your scrubs are good for. Speaking to identity, making someone feel something like they're part of a community, like your stuff is made for them. When you talk about Kenzie scrubs, you could do founder, message from the founder type ad creatives. You want to throw different hooks out there that are going to speak to your customer avatar, showcase your products in short videos, images, creatives, and that way we can go out and target our audience. You have a very clear niche, and when you have a clear niche like that, it's easier to advertise because you know what these people are into. You know what they do for a living. You can target their job descriptions, right? You can target their interests. You can target the type of TV shows and movies that they watch. It's not hard to get in front of these people. So if you really want to scale this year, 2026 and beyond, it's important that you learn how to run advertising to get in front of your target customer, show them that you understand them, you understand their niche, you understand their lane, and we pick them up, take them from where they're at, take them over to our Shopify store and get them to pull the trigger and shop with us. So one thing that's definitely going to help, leveling up our product pages. If you're looking at your product pages like, man, I'm probably making some mistakes here. No, there's an opportunity for me here also. Got something for you, our Irresistible Product Pages cheat sheet. Type Irresistible in the chat. We'll go and get that over to you for free. It breaks down some of the best practices to help you increase your conversion rate of your product pages, help you remove risk, and make sure that we're not missing any of the most important elements to get as many clicks to become customers as possible. Major opportunities here to tap in. So type Irresistible in chat and we'll go ahead and get you that product pages cheat sheet. The last store that we're going to look at today, Fairway Faith Apparel. 5-second test. What do you sell? Devotionals, graphic tees, her collection. Am I in the right place? Well, I can see a lovely lady modeling some stuff right here. What should I do next? Most people won't scroll. And yes, I've got a navigation up here, but if I'm not telling you what you should do next and taking control of all that attention that I have, then I'm failing the 5-second test. It's incredibly important that you will never have more attention than you have when someone is just arrived without scrolling. It's crazy important that we direct their attention where we want them to go. Look what we're doing here. I just landed on your store. Online, people read in an F formation. So let's say I'm here. Oh, I like TikTok. I got a TikTok. So imagine you paid to get someone here, right? You're running ads. Imagine you paid $1 a click to land here. What do? Take their butts right to TikTok. Okay, you got some content here. I can check it out. But then while I'm here, maybe I'll go check out my For You page. Or maybe I'll check my DMs, right? And then boom, I'm gone. I'm out of here, right? This is why we never put links to our social media up here, because this is the first thing that people are gonna see. And you would be pissed off if you paid to get someone to walk into your physical location and then, the first thing your salesperson or customer service person did was take them by the hand, spin them around, walk them out the door. You'd fire that person that day. So take the links to your social media and put them down in your footer. It's gonna be way more effective down there. Let's take the attention and keep it focused, right? Designed for every day, modest and trendy styles, fast US shipping. Instead of saying welcome, like, hey, welcome to my boutique, it's nice, cool. No, tell me what I should do next. Tell me to shop your best sellers. Tell me to shop your new arrivals. Send me to your most popular piece, but do not waste this attention while you have it. You must tell me what I should do next. Now, I do like the lifestyle imagery and that we're not afraid to either model or have someone model our stuff for us. Another big risk you run into here is a lack of social proof. See, trust issues are really gonna make things more difficult for you as a newer brand. So when we don't have any reviews, we don't have like a lot of user-generated content on our store, then people are not gonna feel as confident shopping with us as they would if they were shopping on TikTok or if they were shopping on Amazon or Etsy. So it's really important that we're able to get some social proof over onto our store, whether that's your customers, whether that's friends and family. Right? There's lots of ways to get social proof on your store even if you're brand new. If you want to know how, let me know in the comments, shoot me a DM. I'll give you some strategies for beginners to help you get social proof over onto your store. I like that we're covering returns. Don't like that to see your return policy, I gotta leave the sales page. Don't want to do that. Keep them on the sales page. Tell them what they need to know right here. Get them across the finish line. Care instructions, cool. How does shipping work? No, I do not want shipping calculated at checkout. Tell me how shipping works, because you want people to shop with you. The difference between shopping with you and shopping on TikTok, like with Amazon, is when someone buys something on TikTok, now we're sharing customer data, right? We're not keeping everything in-house. You have less options. We can't send email follow-ups the same way. We can't upsell the same way. There's a lot of things that we can't do to people on TikTok the way that we can when we get them to shop on our store. So it's super important that we incentivize them to shop with us, make them comfortable, make them confident, answer all their questions, and put the same level of like imagery and energy into our store as you do on TikTok. I'd love to see take some of these different videos that we have over here on TikTok and let's put some of this stuff on our product pages. If we have different pieces, let's model these pieces on the product page itself. So if someone is looking at a piece, not only can they see an image of it, but they can also see how it might fit. They can see it on you. See, look at your gallery here. We're only giving them one picture, no video. So how confident is someone in buying this here? Size wise, we don't have a clear size guide. There's a lot of things that are going on our store that are hurting us. And just by cleaning some of this stuff up, we can convert more clicks into customers. Now, another major opportunity for you is I do see that you're active on social media. As I mentioned to a few other brands, there's 3 ways to grow a store. There's get more customers, get your customers to buy more, and then get your customers to buy more frequently. So if you've got people shopping on your store, instead of just selling them one thing, let's sell them bundles. Let's sell them combinations. There's an app you can use. You can add it to your store today called Frequently Bought Together, and it looks just like the Amazon app. It'll give you a nice little section, and in that little section, you can say, hey, grab the shirt and the jeans. Right? I can say the shirt, you can get the jeans, and you can get, a nice accessory, and then you can add them all to cart at once. Bang. And just like that, we can increase our average order value by giving the people the opportunity to buy more of your stuff right away. Never settle for selling someone one thing. Always, always, always try to get them to shop the look, try to give them the ability to get more stuff so that way that customer is more valuable to you. And then as we add stuff like that, you're definitely going to want to start to advertise your products because you're already comfortable, modeling it, demonstrating it, or you have someone who is, a regular willing to model it, demonstrate it for you. The same type of content that can do well on TikTok can also work well in the form of ads. And if you think about your customer demographic and the type of people that will spend money, have money to spend, right? Millennials, folks are a little bit older. Where are they? They're on Facebook and Instagram. Yes, we're making some content for TikTok, but the same type of short form videos that you're using on TikTok can also work on Facebook and Instagram, and you can use those in your ads. That will help you get in front of your target customer, the age demographic, the look, type of interest that they're already interested in. One of the reasons you want to use these profiles and run ads through them is what they do is they expand your reach, right? You're not getting a ton of reach right now on TikTok with your posts, but if you use these same type of things, especially if you make it about a specific product or collection and you use it in an ad on a Facebook or on Instagram, we connect our Facebook and Instagram stores. You create the store, connect it to your Shopify, so it all leads from the same inventory, same as your TikTok shop, all leads from the same inventory. But now when we run ads through those platforms, it's going to help our posts and our videos get more reach because the same page that's running ads is the same page that your posts are going to come through. So now we're getting 2 birds with 1 stone. That make sense? Okay. I get my posts getting more reach, my ads are running through the page. When people click on an ad, they might come back to the page or to check me out or go to the store, and it's magnifying, it's amplifying everything that I'm doing. So instead of having posts that, it's a really good post about an outfit, but it only gets like 100, 150 views here, I can use it in an ad, get a couple thousand views on it, and make some money getting in front of people that aren't already shopping with me. Does that make sense? You're gonna have a lot less opportunity with so much AI and so much competition and so much going on in the economy where people are stressed and frazzled and thinking about all this crazy stuff. Getting in front of the right people is gonna be huge. And that's why I stress now more than However, you want to be able to really get advertising dialed in. Not saying you have to break the bank and spend a ton, but you need to be willing to pay to play to get in front of your target customer. Get in front of your target, not just get clicks, get in front of your target customer with scroll stopping creatives and get them back over to your store where we can make offers, close the deal, and make a lot more money from them. Definitely some major opportunities for you, especially because you're already doing some of the things that you need to do to be successful. Right? We just gotta, put the recipe together, cook it up. It's gonna be way more effective for you. One thing that's gonna help you is our hooks cheat sheet. I have a cheat sheet of some of the top most viral hooks that work on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? And it's going to help your posts really stand out and cut through the noise. And the same ones that are going to do well there will also work well in the form of ads as well. So for those of you watching this, you want to make sure that your posts are getting more reach, stopping people in the feed. Type hooks in the comments and we'll go over and get you our free hooks cheat sheet. And that will help your ads and your posts cut through the noise, stand out a little bit better. Between something like that and the irresistible product pages cheat sheet, then Fairway Faith Apparel, there's some major opportunity here for you, sister, right? We just gotta cash in and step to it. So hopefully you guys took away a lot from this. We covered skincare, we covered apparel, we covered a lot of different angles. Some of the mistakes that these folks are making might seem simple on the surface, but they cost money, and it's a percentages game. You always want to put the math in your favor and get the maximum amount of people to do the thing that you want them to do, which is not always buy. Sometimes it's just the next step in the buying process, and we reel someone in. So I'm here to help, right? And if you want some professional eyeballs on your store, right? Someone to look over your store, make sure you're not making mistakes, talk to you about some different advertising angles and strategies, ways to run ads on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, right? Type strategy in the chat and we'll get you set up with a free strategy session where we'll take a look at your store, give you some growth ideas, and help you make 2026 your best year yet, regardless of what's going on in the world of the economy. Because right now we got to focus on things that are making us money. Type strategy in the chat, get you set up with a session, and I will see you guys same bat time, same bat channel.